Welcome to the Cardone Zone. Mondays is for real estate, probably our most watched show. Is that right, guys?
Yes.
Today, I have been some dude, I said, hey, I can show you how to get a 15% return. It's called an internal rate of return. And some Forbes contributor. I got to find this dude's name out. In fact, I'm going to go hunt him down right now. I'm calling you out right now, pal. Forbes and Grant Cardone. This guy said, hey, Grant Cardone is saying he can get a 15% return on real estate. Sounds like he'll be on American Greed. That was not a compliment. How about that light, guys? What's all the light for? See, you got a light underneath me? They light me up, but you can't see it because it's all on the table. They lighten the table up today. Johnny. Grant Cardone's going to end up on American Greed, folks. You know, the fact that anybody can write or contribute for a paper, like Forbes particularly, and not do any research is freaking mind-boggling to me. So 2 things I want to tell you today. This is absolutely possible. It's what's on all of our public funds, our CardoneCapital.com. Our internal rate of return, our expected internal rate of return is 15%. And by the way, it's actually higher than that. I just told them, look, just for the public, so we don't disappoint anybody. I hate doing this, by the way. Bring it down, okay? And this guy's like, that's impossible to get. I'm not talking about once in a while. I'm talking about year after year after year after year. In fact, I'm talking about over a period of 10 years, and 10 years of 150%, 15% would be 150% return on your investment. That's what we expect to get. Today's a great day because it's Monday, and this is the day that I come to you and talk about real estate and how to double and triple money. Now, a 15% return is easy. Some of you asking every day I get this question, dude, why do you keep pushing so hard? Why? Because I'm passionate about charity. I want to give back. I want to help. I wanted to help my mom when I was 16 and I couldn't. I'm finally in a position to help out. The reason I have worked so hard for 30 years was so I could have money. This is the way I looked at everything. Hey, Grant, get your money right. Get your money right. Take that extra money. The reason I worked hard, extra hours, you were working a 40-hour week and I was working a 100-hour week. The reason I worked the extra 60 hours was so I had extra money. All extra money went into real estate. Y'all didn't know I was doing this. Nobody knew I was doing this. I was working for car dealers and Ashley Furniture and big retailers and big companies. I would travel on Thanksgiving to Canada to get a check for $30,000 for speaking, miss my family on Thanksgiving Day, leave my family on Thanksgiving Day, man. I miss so many Thanksgiving. Every Thanksgiving for 20 years, I went to Canada. You know why? Because they don't celebrate Thanksgiving. And I could get money on that day. And everybody's like, you're missing Thanksgiving. I missed the Super Bowls. I missed the World Series so that I could get extra money and drop it into this thing. And this money would then create passive income for me. Passive income that I could then give to charity. Okay? I have either given or raised $200 million for charity. You can't do that without money. It's impossible. I know most of you watching today, the reason to invest in real estate is so you create enough passive income that you actually earn more passive income than you earned income. If you don't think it's possible, you're not going to do it. If you think it's get rich quick, you're going to go buy the wrong thing, okay? This is not get rich quick. This is 10 years. I'm looking for 150%. Now, if you'd have put money in Amazon 20 years ago, I don't know what 10 grand would be worth in Amazon today, but the fact is you didn't put 10 grand in Amazon, nor did you found or create Amazon or Facebook or Candy Crush. You ain't going to do all that bullshit. Your chances of being the next Facebook guy are so minimal. Your chances of buying real estate are possible. That's why I do real estate, because I can do it. Anyone can do it. You can do it. I can help you do this, okay? And I'll show you how to do it. For instance, You have to give something up to do it though, okay? Let's say I take a $4 million deal. $4 million deal, I'm gonna put $1 million down and I'm gonna finance $3 million. How do you make 15%? Okay, it's simple. It's simple. There's 1 million. I've got to put $1 million down. Is that 1 million now? Yeah, good. Okay, so this is what I invested in this property. This property needs to earn 5% a year. 5% a year in 10 years times 10. I just earned 50% of my money. I earned 5% a year. Remember, our target is 15%. This is what the guy from Forbes, man, I wish somebody could find Forbes contributor in Grant Cardone. Because I'm going to call out this punk. If you're a punk, I'll call you out hard.
Let me see if I have it really quick.
Okay. Did you see it? Did I send it to you, Ryan? Captain Ryan's with us, by the way. Ryan travels all across the country looking at real estate with me. Did you find the dude?
So good to be here.
Okay.
Let me see here. Owner coming up.
So watch. Now, what do I need to earn? What do I need to sell this $4 million deal for to earn 15%? Does anybody know the answer to that question? Because when I come back on break, I'm going to show you what I have to sell this for. This is called the exit. I talk about it in the new book, the real estate book. You have to know your exit. You got to know your exit, how much you're going to sell for and who you're going to sell it to, who's going to be your buyer. You should know when you buy, the money's made on the purchase. If I earn 5%, can we earn 5% on our capital, Ryan?
Absolutely.
5% return, no big deal. Like I got properties that earn 20%. I got properties that every year pay me 20% return before I even sell them. How do I exit? What number do I need to sell for? When I come back from break, I'm going to show you how achievable this is, and I'm going to show you how little some of those smart people know about money that write about money. Stay with me.
$10 million to put on this event, somewhere around $10 million, probably over that, I just don't want to admit it.
No one fills up a stadium with 35,000 people for personal development.
They're not only coming back, it's growing.
So to be here and to be able to listen to several, you're going to get so much information.
And I think what Grant Cardone has done maybe better than any person in the world is he has empowered people. He's 10x'd them.
The fact that Grant is around all these people, I know he's doing something right.
We just came from Poland, from Romania.
Coming all the way from Israel.
I'm from Italy. We are very excited to see Grant Cardone.
I've been following Grant for about 6 months, and it's been the craziest 6 months of my life.
Ever since I started following Grant, my money's doubled.
We've had 300% growth in our business. In 1 year, we've increased our sales by $250,000. A few years ago, I was in a car accident. I hit a tree at 120 miles an hour. I woke up not knowing 10 years of my life, so I was lost. I went from just being a leasing consultant with a $25,000 income, now I'm making 6 figures, and it wouldn't have been possible without Grant Cardone.
Something's really wrong with Grant. He's so crazy, man, but his craziness is so compelling. I'm attracted to crazy people, because in order to be successful, it's got to be something wrong with you.
It's possible to live your dream if you work hard, if you're consistent, if you follow the Cardones.
But you can no longer afford to play small, to think small, or to act small.
So you guys could leave here and say, I just went to the best conference I've ever been to.
Hey, welcome back to the Cardone Zone. Grant Cardone. Every Monday we talk about real estate. Ryan Secco, real estate Ryan Secco, had 400 emails sitting in his box today of people saying, I want to invest with you. But many of them asked, is 15% real? Let me show you how we figured this out, okay? That's what we're talking about today. Cardone Capital, folks, your goal, my friends, my nieces and my nephews, your goal should not be money. Your goal should be charity. Your goal should be to help out. Your goal should be to take care of your parents. Now, if that is your goal, you have to get your money, your house in order to take care of other people. Okay? You cannot be a broken person and take care of broken people. You cannot be broke and fund the necessary basic living requirements of other people. Okay, the goal is charity. The goal is not food and water and basic needs and fuel. Okay, the goal is, hey man, I want to take care of me, take care of my family, and have reserves. I got money left over now. I got so much money left over, I'm looking for other people to help. I'm not talking about handouts here. I'm talking about, I want to send money to things that can change things. There's one of the big epidemics in this country is kids without fathers. I want to be able to help kids without fathers all over the world. How do I do that? I need time, energy, and money, and influence. How do you get influence? Money. Okay, you need money. You guys need money. Now I'm saying that to you because money that is left over, money that sits will get wasted. That's why I don't have liquid money. I don't keep money liquid. I don't want liquid money. You guys are like, oh, I got to keep my money liquid. I need to keep my money at Wall Street. I need to keep my money in cash. You do not want liquid money. Liquid moves. A liquid moves. You want solids. You want to take your money, get rid of it, and get it into hard assets that produce cash flow, okay? So let me show you how to do this. You take a $4 million asset. It could be $400,000. The problem with the $400,000, and you'll read it in the book, is it doesn't produce enough income to actually get your illiquid money now producing enough liquidity. You want to take liquid money that you earn at your job that gets taxed heavily, put it into illiquid products. Illiquid means what? Something solid. Something I can't change. Somebody call me up and say, hey man, I need a loan, man, really bad. Dude, I'm sorry, I'm out. Give me about 10 months and I might be able to help you. I never tell anybody no. Give me about 2 years. I need this property to roll and then I can help you. Because if I helped every person that asked for me for help, I'd be broke too. Right? Yeah. And by the way, I want to help everybody. But sometimes I can't because I'm illiquid. I got to take care of myself first. So I work my ass off 40 hours a week or 60 hours a week. Any extra money that I get from that extra 20 hours, I'm taking it, I'm putting it in hard assets. I put money down. This is from earned income. Okay, this is where my investors that don't have $1 million, they say, hey, I want to put $100,000 in, you put the other 900. Or I put 200 in, you put the other 800. I'm buying the deal anyway. This is earned income that you pay heavily to the IRS. This money needs to earn 5%. The goal is 15% internal rate of return. In 10 years, this money that we put down right here will be 1.5 times bigger. And we never had a risk of losing that money. Okay? I'm going to finance $3 million. The question is, how do you get a 15% return? If this property only sells for $5 million in 10 years, seems like it'd be a possible thing to happen. Everybody agree? Mm-hmm. How much is that? That's 25% of the total price. Watch what I'm doing. This is leverage. The price only has to go up 25% over 10 years for me to make 100% on my money. This is called leverage.
To double your equity.
Double. A double is 100%. Okay? 100% divided by 10 years is 10% a year. Mm-hmm. Plus the cash flow is 15%. Okay? Plus.
If you had 5% per year.
Huh?
If you had 5% per year.
5% cash flow.
Mm-hmm.
10% appreciation.
Okay.
On the equity, not on the total. Mm. That's 15. Plus, one other thing. Pay down of the debt. I paid down the debt. I've been in this deal 10 years now. Okay? If I had principal and interest payments for the full 10 years, I'm going to approximate this. That's a word, by the way.
Great word.
I close in a deal for $93 million today. I'm making $30 million today. When you make $30 million in a day, bang, you can make up words. I approximate.
Well, and Grant, I went back.
Wait a minute. Let me just finish this. This is called a debt pay down. The DPD. Okay, the 1.5. I'm going to pay my debt principal down by 1.5% a year times what? How many years?
10 years?
10 years, that's another 15%. This deal is actually going to return 30% to the investors. Cash flow, appreciation, and the debt pay down, not to mention tax advantages. I mean, I could just overwhelm you with the other advantages of investing in real assets. Oh, does the stock market do that? No, it does not. If you want to buy $1 million worth of stock in the stock market, no, you want to buy $4 million worth of stock. Okay, I'll show you the difference. $4 million worth of real estate and $4 million worth of stock. Okay? You want to buy $4 million worth of real estate? You need to pay $4 million. I want to buy $4 million worth of real estate? I need $1 million. You buy $4 million worth of real estate? There's no cash flow. Stocks?
Yep.
You buy $4 million worth of stock? There's no cash flow. There's liquidity. You can sell tomorrow for a loss. By the way, they want you to. They want you to. Don't think they don't. Every sale on the stock market means somebody that made money. For every sale that's made, where there's a winner, there's a loser. That's how the stock market works. Go ahead. And fees, okay? So on this at Cardone Capital, what we do is we take this $1 million. What I do is I typically put the money down, and then I have some investors come in, a brother, an uncle, an aunt, somebody that's qualified, accredited, a customer, Ryan, some employee here, and they're like, hey, I want to buy parts of this. And then what we do is start distributing every month. CardoneCapital.com, it's what we do there, because I want to change the game. I want to change the vehicles you guys invest in, so you guys can also be in a position to help your church, to help your charity, to help your parents. Because you can't give earned income away. You can't give it away, and you shouldn't, by the way. What you should be giving away is your passive income. Earned income gets passive income because you make investments. Stay with me. Grant Cardone, into Cardone Zone. Stay there. All right, so look, the purpose here is to answer your questions that are going on with what you're getting. Okay, there's a lot of content here. I probably have too much information. Okay, you had a question, sir.
What's senior to you? Intuition or stats when hiring and retaining and firing?
A lot of employees think, oh, that's not my job. It's just that employee mindset.
Do you think that that's kind of like a psychological power move in a way?
But do I go back over and over until I master that?
What would you recommend for smaller companies that don't necessarily have the ability to like train?
How do we make them pass the test?
How can me as a salesperson apply some of this stuff that we've been learning about executive roles and start to create that culture even though I'm not in that position?
What's their profile look like for your best salespeople?
Our entire company is remote. Salespeople, it becomes a problem as we start to scale.
Struggling with the finesse to speak about what we do, struggling on the phone, he's struggling implementing what you do. What's your suggestion?
Hey, welcome back to the Cardone Zone. I'm holding my head because somebody asked me on the break, they're like, but dude, I got a single family house. Okay, a question came in. I have a single family house. I said, bro, this is the problem with a single family house. Can you come in on this, John? Okay, this is the occupancy. If one person moves out, you have no income. If 4 people move out, I still have 90% income. I would rather be 90% occupied in multifamily than 100% occupied in single family. Guys, I'm just telling you, work your ass off, take your extra money and put it into real estate. You do it by yourself, I'll help you. You want to do it with us, we'll help you. You will not be sorry, okay? We are not at the top of the market. 3 years ago, I bought a deal. Goes back to that idiot on Forbes talking about 15% returns are impossible, okay? We bought a deal in Nashville. It was $63 million. I put $8 million down of my money. I'm rounding this off right now, okay, because I don't have all the data in front of me. We financed $55 million.
There's principal pay down as well.
Okay. This earned 10%, a little over 10% per year. So what's my return right now? Today we're selling the property. My return right now, if that's all I did, would be 10%. First, you figured the cash flow. Number one is, number one thing you figure is the cash flow. This is why homes are not a good investment, because they don't do the first thing. Okay, the cash flow on that deal has been 10%. Now, the second thing you can figure is the appreciation, at which point you sell or refinance. What is my appreciation on the property? We just sold this. The deal sold for $93 million.
90.
We paid, how much?
91.
Oh, was it 91?
Yeah, 91.
I thought it was 93. I thought I got him to 93. That's a shame, man. 91. You sure?
Yeah.
That's Susan, man.
I just looked it up.
91 less how much?
50. It was 53.
I owe 53.
Right.
Because we're paying down the debt. So I'm just going to do steps 2 and 3 in 1. Because when I close, all I got to do is pay the old loan back. How much money is that? 28?
It's
yeah, it's 28.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. 38. 38. Now,
it's $38 million. That's
there's
correct.
a loan due. This loan's due, and I owe a difference on the loan. Okay. And there's a penalty. It's called a defeasance. It's a penalty for me paying my loan off early. It cost me $8 million.
Okay.
$8 million to pay it off early. I still made $30 million. Wow. Okay, now watch what happened right here. Okay, how much have I earned? 10% on my $8 million for 4 years now. $3.2 million. Put $8 million down, 10%, $800,000 a year, 4 years, 3.2, $32 million. I'm sorry, $33,200,000. How much did I invest?
$8 million.
$8 million. Okay, $8 million. $8 million became $33 million. That is a 400% return.
4.15 multiple.
4.15 multiple divided by 4 years. That means I did 100% on my money for myself and my investors.
Every year.
It's over 100% a year. So you guys will say, oh, that's impossible. You don't have to invest in Amazon to have a score. You guys don't have to go to the Wall Street casino to have a score. You can have a score here and never be at risk of losing something. The worst situation would have been this. My cash flow would have been 10%. Even if it had got cut in half, by the way, it'd have been 5. If it had got cut by 80%, it would have still been, what, 2%? Better than the bank? While I sit and wait. That's what we do at Cardone Capital. We pick great assets. It could be 1980, it could be 2008, it could be 2018. We pick great assets in great locations that cash flow. These are big properties. This was 823 units, by the way. Sold it to a pro. You want to show it? I sold it to a big outfit, okay? Everything in color is the property.
And this is just one property.
And this is just one of the that drone, doing a drone shot of a property, going back and looking at the roofs. The roofs are great, paint's good. They're going to go in and paint it. Even though the paint's good, they're going to paint it a different color. They're going to probably spend on that project
$12,000 a door.
$12,000 a door, 800 times. They're going to spend $9 million. They're going to spend more money rehabbing this deal. There's always a buyer for good assets. Okay, let's talk to our callers. If you haven't gotten the book, folks, get the book. By the way, you can get it on Kindle for $19. You can get it at Amazon for $19. You can get it from my place for free. We're releasing the audio version when, John? When we're going to be done? This week, the audio version will be done. They're like almost completely different properties, by the way. You can get the book and the audio program. You won't even think you're listening to the same thing. Ridiculous.
You got Sean.
Sean, what's up, man? How you doing?
Uncle G, good morning, brother.
Man,
how are you?
Thank you for being on hold, Broham Ramamakana.
Hey, it's my pleasure and it's a blessing to talk to you. A couple things.
Is that Spanish?
I am a local of Arizona. First off, I've been part of Cardone University since April, and I can't get enough of it, man. I'm watching it every day and loving it.
Can't get enough.
Thank you for it. It's
Thank
a blessing.
you. Thank you, brother.
So I'm a Phoenix native, Arizona, 4 generations. I have access to a handful of billionaires here locally. 2 questions. How do I access these connections to form a group fund so I can put together a group to invest? I personally don't have the capital to invest in Cardone or in the funds, but I will here in a couple years. How can I go about raising money, forming a group, and getting them to invest in you? Is that possible? Is it feasible?
Yeah, it is possible. I think the thing you should do, right, before you try to go just raise money, find out who's interested. Maybe start a real estate club.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would do. I would put together a real estate study club of other like-minded people that are interested in real estate.
Okay.
And start to study and get educated about real estate. And then what happens is people raise their hand. One of the reasons we did the book was, number one, a lot of people saying, hey, do you need to write a book on real estate? Okay. Ryan's been to real estate courses with Dan, Kenny.
Yeah, Kenny and David
Robert
Noah and
Kiyosaki.
I've spent
He's like,
thousands
Grant.
and thousands.
Huh?
I've spent thousands.
He spent tens of thousands of dollars on real estate courses. He's like, Grant, you have a different spin on real estate than anybody I've ever heard.
Okay.
And he's like, you got to write a book. So I wrote the book. So maybe what you could do is put a little group together in Phoenix and you guys study the book.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Great.
You know, awesome. So I think that'll help. And then we'll be ready for you at Cardone Capital here in a couple of weeks with our non-accredited fund.
Yeah.
So that you can invest with me.
And what some guys do too, if you have a large pool of investment money, $5 million and over, if you start a vehicle for investing into a fund, it's got to be over $5 million. But if you're a partner with somebody, say you have 5 partners, right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and you're all equal investors, you could just start a simple LLC.
Yeah.
And as long as all the members of the LLC are accredited, then you can invest in Cardone Capital, right? It sounds like he's not accredited, so that's going to be an issue for him to have a membership stake.
Yeah.
But some guys do that. Some guys collaborate, raise money in a fund, and then invest in a fund. It's called fund to funds, right?
Oh, wow.
But there's different ways around it. He could email me at ryan@cardonecapital.com and I'll answer any questions he has.
Yeah. Brian at cardonecapital.com. He had 400 emails this morning.
People
saying, hey, I want to invest money with you, dude. Call me back.
I take care of those folks.
By the way, the first
I've got
thing you need to
18
do
now.
is you need to register. You got to register at Cardone Capital. You can see all the deals I'm doing. You'll see a deal at Cardone Capital. What was the return on the Summerstone deal?
It was?
This show today is about some punk online telling me I can't get a 15% return. I just bought this deal 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago, almost 42 months ago now, I guess. 3 years and 6 months. And we had a 415% return on the deal. What was the Summerstone deal?
Let me pull it up really quick.
I know what it was. It was 7.8 times. 7.8 times. On that deal, I put $2 million down, walked away with $23 million. Paid off the debt. It was ridiculous. By the way, these are not aberrations. These deals are out there. I'm buying deals right now. I'm buying a deal right now, Delray Beach. Delray Beach is going to cost $93 million. $93 million. I'm putting $32 million down, okay? We think we're going to earn 5% on the deal in the first 3 years, then it's going to go to 7%, then it's going to go to 10%. By the time I hit year 10, I think I'll be earning 10% on my $32 million. That's what I put down, okay? In the year 2028, I'm going to refinance this deal and get all my money back and still own that deal. Now the question is, for me to be able to refinance that deal in 10 years, that means that deal had to go up in excess of $32 million, okay? This is a 9, by the way, and this is a 3. 93 less 32, is that right, Jerry?
That's right, yep.
$60 million,
yep.
$60.5 million. This deal, for me to refinance it, has to be worth $120 in 2038. If it's worth $120 million, I'll get a loan for $90 million, $95 million. I'll get all my money back, and the investors will still own the property. This is magic, folks. Nobody's ever told you guys this. Because everybody's been too busy teaching you how to flip a single family home. Okay? Quit if you want to flip stuff, go work at IHOP.
Wish I would have learned this in math class.
How many of you wish you learned this in math class?
Oh my God, you blow my mind every Monday.
My mom used to tell me, man, you do stuff with numbers that is like, I've always loved numbers. See, I always understood, you know, one of my math classes before I take Simon, okay? If I take something, okay, if I take something that's $10 and raise it by $2, was that a 20% increase? Okay? Or was it 12 by 2, which is 18? Same numbers.
Mm-hmm.
What's 2 into 12? 2 divided by 12 is what?
6.
2 divided by 12 is 16%. Sorry.
I think it's 20%.
So is it a 16% return? Or is it a 20% return?
20.
I took $10 product and I raised it by $2. Okay, I'll show you another example. All right, I got $1,500 a month house that I can rent, single family house, and I raised the rent $200. Or I have 32 units at $800 a month, half the price, and I raised these by $200 a month. By the way, if this one can be raised $200, that one can be raised $200. Okay, over here I make $200. 200 times 12. $2,400. Let's just raise the rents 100 here. 100 times 32, 3,200 times 12, 8,400.
Yep.
Would you rather $2,400 or 38 grand? See the difference? You got to think about multipliers. Most important number in real estate is the number of units. It is not the cap rate. It's not the cash flow. It's not the IRR. It's not the return on investment. It is the number of units, the number of doors. If it has one door, live there. If it has many doors, own it. Simon, what's up, bud?
How are you, brother? Thank you so much for taking my call, man.
Yeah, thank you, my friend.
I've been following you for the last month or so, and I've been, I just only got interested in apartment complex just because of you.
Yeah,
and,
well, it's a smart
before
thing.
I was only thinking about house flipping and small deals and all of that, but now, it's all about apartment for me.
I got so many people writing me every day, say, man, I've been studying real estate for 8 years and I was just doing it wrong.
That's right. Anyway, now I have 3 properties out here in Cali, and 2 of them I'm renting, and 1 I'm living in.
Okay.
And I'm currently in the process of selling 1 and doing a 1031 exchange.
Yeah.
And refinance cash out plus a 401k from a previous job to use on a deal in Houston, Texas, for 1.6 and grossing 268. It's a 34 unit.
Yeah.
Just wanted to get your opinion on it.
268. What 268 represents what?
The gross.
The gross.
That's the gross number. Yeah.
Okay.
And
so
1.6 mil is the.
Yeah, I got that already. Okay, so the question is the deal, right? How's the deal do? So what is the NOI on the deal? Do you know?
The NOI on the deal is, give me just a second, about 154,988.
Yeah, that's going to be a little high to me, but I'll use your number, 154?
Yes.
Okay, 154. I mean, that means you're managing it yourself. I don't know how you do that, living in California, buying something in Houston. Seems impossible to me. Now, so let's say that 154, the difference is your expenses right here, right? So you know that 154 is your NOI. So that's a 9 cap.
Yes.
It's basically a 9 cap. Meaning, if he paid cash for this deal at 168, am I wrong? What is it? If he paid 1.6, he would earn about 10% on his money. Is that what it's saying to you?
No, I'm not going to be paying cash for it. I'm doing, I already kind of.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's 9.6.
Yeah, that's fine.
Look for lenders and stuff like that myself.
Yeah, but I'm just telling the audience here that's watching, he's buying a product for $1.6 million. He gets a 9.6 return if he paid cash for it. Here's the reality. He's going to go get a loan on the deal. Price is not his problem here. It's already cheap enough. It's so cheap I would be worried about it. He's going to put $400,000 down. He's going to finance $1.2 million. That $1.2 million is going to cost him $72,000 a year. His NOI is still $154,000. He's going to make $78,000. Sorry, he's going to make $82,000. Sorry, yeah, he's going to make $82,000. He put down $400,000. He earns 20% on his money. Okay, and he will have to carry a pistol with him when he goes to the property, which he won't go visit because he lives in California, which means he'd have to quit his main job to travel over there to make the investment, and why I created Cardone Capital. Because you can't do it, bro. You can't, even if this deal is a sick deal, you cannot own a property out of state that you can't look at, touch, manage, and control. Mm-hmm. Even if you hire a manager over there, he's going to rip you off. And let me tell you why he's going to rip you off. And by the way, it's one of the chapters in the book, How to Hire a Manager.
And are you saying that because in California he's probably making $150,000, but he'd be making $82,000?
He's making something. You're making something at your job. That's the only way you're buying that deal. Mm-hmm. You should buy right there in Cali. If you're going to try to own your own stuff, you need to own it where you can walk it. Or
Cali is a tough market, brother.
I know. They're all tough markets. Wait till you get over here and get your freaking head clobbered. Okay, wait till you get to Houston. You're like, dang, man, I thought, oh my God, it was cheap.
No, I mean, it's a tough market from the perspective of finding a good deal.
I know, I understand, bro. I understand, but look, you might be better off. I don't know what a good deal is. A good deal is a deal that makes me money. Okay, this deal right here, this guy's only spending what he's saying is he's spending $104,000 on expenses. Okay, in Texas, $32,000 every year is going just to taxes. So that means there's only $70,000 being spent. How many units over here?
How many what?
How many units?
It's a 34 unit.
That means he's spending $2,000 a unit. It's impossible. You can't run a deal for $180 a month. It's not possible. That means you got to go hire a manager. Now, if you hire a manager right now, if you're going to pay, let's say you're going to add $36,000 to your tax for a property manager to live on the property and manage the people and make sure they don't tear your investment up. $3,000 a month. As soon as somebody offers him $4,000, he's quitting. Or he's like, I'm going to stay here. By the way, I talk about it in the book. If he stays with you, he's stealing from you. That's why he stays with you. All kind of little underhanded deals. Hey, the plumber came out, man. We got a plumbing problem. His uncle. Okay, let's talk to the next caller. And guys, hey, you guys should. This is why I always tell people, man, be mobile, be willing, be able to move around the world. This week, we're going to go to Austin, San Antonio, Houston, Texas, and California to look at real estate. I'm always looking. That means you got to have transportation. You got to have time. You got to have a team. You can do that by yourself. What he should do, what Simon should do is invest with me. Because when I buy in Houston, I got a management team walking these deals while I'm buying them. Hey, by the way, we need to do that deal today. Make that offer on Sugarland.
Okay, I'll write it up.
Booker? Booker, what's up, man?
Hey, great. My man, Grant, how you doing, brother?
Come on, man. Good to talk to you.
Man, I appreciate you taking my call. I'll get right into it.
Yeah, you got a deal or you got a question?
I have a question, sir.
Yeah.
I had a statement first because I wanted to make sure to tell you and everyone there, thank y'all so much for what y'all do. Y'all content, y'all provide so much value to, everyone watching. I got all your books on audio, half of them hardback. So thank you for all that you do.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. The reason I'm reaching out to you today because I wanted to, I've been contacting you about your. I remember seeing the video that you had, and you said something about some shoulder pain. And I'd been contacting you through Instagram telling you that I had something I wanted to share with you that would help you with it. I was just seeing if you had, I wanted to send you a free month supply of it. I didn't know what would be the best address for me to send
Yeah,
that
man,
to you.
send it to me, man. Send me a month's supply of it. I want to get some of this shoulder pain out of here. I got pain all over the place. But I mostly have pain for you guys out there that make money, that have enough money. You got money sitting around on the side. Make sure we get his name. I want to get his whatever he's talking about, okay? Booker, yeah. Tell Booker I want his pain stuff. Okay, who else we got? That's it. Okay, so look, I'm mostly in pain because there's so many of you out there making money. You got equity in your house. Let me show you all the opportunities you got right now. This is you guys. Your opportunity is this. If you have any money set aside and you want to create wealth in your lifetime, the equity in your house. That is opportunity, okay? Your IRA, opportunity. Guy been putting $2,000 in his IRA for the last 15 years. That's 30 grand sitting there. Your 401k could be hundreds of thousands of dollars sitting in your 401k. I did all this right here. All three of these were mistakes for me. I have since collapsed my IRA and my Keogh, and I self-direct them. These should be self-directed, so that you can invest in real estate. We are moving into a period of time where more people will rent than own homes. Trust me when I tell you this. This is not going to change. I don't care what city you live in. Austin, San Antonio, San Diego, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Chicago, Boston. You just go all the way across the board. People are going to rent, not because it's cheaper. Even though CNBC this weekend wrote an article, it is cheaper to rent in America than it is to own. I got equity. Oh, here's a big one. Cash in the banks, the money markets, the checking accounts, the savings account. $5 trillion is sitting right here. And $5 trillion is sitting right here. Trillion with a T. Trillion with a T. $1 trillion is so much money, you would take Jeff Bezos' money and burn it. Be like, it's a rounding error now. That's how much money we're talking about. These are Americans sitting in a great country with dead money. You guys have dead money. If you keep acting like your money is dead, it will never, ever send you love and energy. Think and grow rich. It ain't think and grow rich. It's invest your dead presidents and grow rich. If you don't invest, it will not matter what you think. Okay, I'm not where I am today because I think. It is because I act. Okay? Simple, man. This is the simple deal. This is so simple. One, work your ass off. Work hard. Exchange with people. Give them more than they ever thought you could give them. I don't care what your job is. Plumber, contractor, salesman. Second thing you got to do. Take the extra money above your living needs, not the Lambo. I'm not buying Lambos. I'm not buying watches, okay? I'm not buying Gucci shoes. I'm not trying to show off. I don't have earrings. I'm not spending money on junk. Until, number two, my passive income is urinating on me. It must urinate on me. It must defecate on me. The passive income. I took my hard-earned income, invested it over here in this vehicle, and it starts the golden shower. Okay? I get paid to go to sleep.
You're making Johnny blush.
Okay? Now, what happens now? Once you have enough passive income, once the golden shower is raining on you, okay?
So exfoliating.
Okay? Once you have more passive income than earned income, then go buy a Lambo. Buy a jet. Okay? I flew to Nashville this week to talk to 5,000 people, and somebody said, man, what's the fuel cost? Dude, it didn't cost me anything. My real estate paid for it. Not my real estate investors. The real estate, okay? I pay the real estate investors. I got real estate. I got people that invest money with me in real estate that will be able to buy their own jet because they invested money with me, okay? And guess what's going to pay for their fuel? The investments they made with me at Cardone Capital. Guess how they're going to give more money to their church and their charity? Because they invested money at Cardone Capital. It is the lowest taxed money you will ever earn in your lifetime. It is the easiest money you will ever earn in your lifetime. But the rules are this. Number one, invest in something or someone that you don't lose money. If you can't do this yourself, do it with somebody. Don't lose money. Number two, cash flow. Number three, you wait as long as it takes. 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, you wait and sell at that perfect moment to maximize your investment. Okay? Thanks for watching today. If you haven't grabbed the book, you can get it. GrantCardone.com/free books. You can buy this book for free. Or you can go to Amazon and buy it for $19. You can Kindle up for $19. You can get the audio program today at, I need it up. I need the damn link up. Okay? I'll post it in the comments. You can get the audio book today. It's probably 10 hours of audio. Ryan, what else we got, man? We got some big deals we're closing right now. $93 million deal I'm closing. I just closed a $91 million deal, sold it. We make that money today. We had a big, let me show you what we did this month for our investors. This is 1 month. This is the month of September. September 2018, the biggest month of my entire lifetime. I've never had a month this big, okay? Number one, I refinanced 7 properties. I think it was 7, right? Mm-hmm. Total of $148 million. Second thing we did is we sold Nashville, $91 million. 3, I got another deal I'm selling. Let's see, what did we did something else. I'm missing something. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. This only made us $72 million. Non-taxable event. 91 made us 27. Will be a non-taxable event. This is before I come to work every day. I got another deal that this should close this month, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna make 10 on it. No. Is that too much? Is 10 too much? It is a little bit too much, huh? Maybe 6. Not a bad month, huh? 72, 100, 99, 99, 105. $105 million. 1 month. It's because I started investing 25 years ago. So you can take that and you can divide it by 25 years of intelligence, reading, studying, walking deals, all the deals I did, all the deals I didn't do. Or you could say, hey, Diddy made it all this month, whatever, okay? My brother, my sister, I got a handful of customers, good friends of mine, people that have been following me for years, they're getting part of that money, okay? They're getting part of that money. They just loaded up with me and said, okay, Grant, do your deal, dude. One guy's a fence builder. He gave me $300,000. He's going to get $1,200,000, $1,100,000, $855,000, I don't know, some stupid number. Carrie Kaysen, my friend, she's in radio. She lives in Los Angeles. She gave me $400,000, $300,000. I think she's getting $750,000. This old friend of mine from Houston, Texas, okay, she's a rolfer. She does body work. You know what rolfing is? She has no other way to make money other than grinding out, right? She's got to work every day. She sells her hours for $200. She works her ass off. It has for 30 or 40 years. She gave me $300,000 or something, $351,000. I think she's walking away with $900,000. Okay, 70. She's 70. How old now? She's 71 years old. There is no way she will make more money on this one transaction than she's made the last 25 years. So when I tell you that when you give me your money, man, I take care of your money like I take care of mine. And nobody says I don't take care of my money. All right, thanks for watching today. Get your money, man. Get your money right. Get your head right. Get your week right, okay? Every time you're with a customer this week, say, man, if I could get an extra 100 from this guy because I give him more service, I could take that extra 100 every time I do that with a customer, every time I do a photo shoot, every time I do a wedding, every time I do some cookies, every time I get a tip. You're a barista over at Starbucks. Every time I get $5 extra for the day, I could put that off to the side. Didn't have it anyway. After a while, I got a little pot, boom. Put it in the fund, CardoneCapital.com, CardoneCapital.com. You got to register for us to even consider. If you've got a bad attitude, don't bother. We'll find out. If you got chlamydia of the mental, you ain't going to invest with me because I do not want your aberration. Thanks for watching.
It's my pleasure, my honor to be here with you today. And again, I can't do what I want to do without you being here. So my goal is to get you successful, because people that are successful, you want to tell other people about it.
Amazing event. I've learned so much.
What are you looking to do? Are you going to 10x your life, or are you going to sit on the couch?
I finally have the tools to achieve the targets I need for my business.
And design and tailor a specific game plan so that I can take the next 9 months and dominate.
Today was a big eye-opener, lots of things that I learned that I should be doing that I have not been doing.
You know, I built to $1 million a year in under 2 years. All these tips that I learned will probably get me to about 10 million a year just from this day one. We got 2 more days.
And actually during the break time, the lunch time, I walked out to meet some friend of mine that I've been working with, and I just closed a $14 million deal. It's 5% commission, $700,000. So yeah, I'm very proud of it.
When you're certain about your product, you're going to make the right presentation and have the belief in what you're doing and what you're selling is going to make a difference.
And understands the impact that he supplies to people every single day.
Their willingness to help you accomplish your goals, find out what you're trying to get out of your time here, what you're trying to get accomplished with your business.
I'm really excited to get more of a one-on-one experience with sales and learning the techniques that Cardone has developed.
I learned to shed my middle-class mentality. I f*** myself up. I need to go 10x. Think bigger. Think big. Think big!
So then that way I can learn how to expand and prosper my business and helping other people.
There's no excuse, there's no reason that you couldn't have been here. You're out there sitting on a video now watching this online. You should have been, you should be at the next one because it's coming to a town near you.